She blinked, cleared the static from her mind, and got to the point. "I won't waste your time, Dr. Phillips. Every squandered moment could mean the difference between finding my nephew alive and—" She swallowed in hopes of loosening her throat. "The alternative. Do you believe you can help me or not?" Whatever his internal reaction to her blunt approach, he kept it carefully checked. Those dark eyes remained unreadable. "They have the murder weapon? Prints?" His tone was hard, impatient. The urge to cry came swiftly, unbidden, and from a place too deep inside her to touch or restrain. Was he trying to alienate her? "I'm certain you know the answers to those questions the same as I do." "Whatever you think you know." He stared forward once more. "In most cases, it is one of the parents who harms the child. The sooner you face that strong probability, the better off you'll be." Logically, she knew he was correct, but with every fiber of her being she believed he was wrong. Her determination rallied. "My sister did not do this. I know she didn't. At the moment, my first priority is finding my nephew. Are you here to help me or not?" Despite the shot of fortitude, the words came out too vulnerable, too brittle. He turned to her again, stared at her for a stretch of time that felt far too much like forever. Maybe it was the mix of emotions churning inside her, or the sheer insanity of the situation, but the scent of soap, of well-worn cotton, and a hint of tobacco suddenly overtook her, stole her breath. "I know what you and people like you think of me, Miss Ellington." He lifted one shoulder in a listless shrug. "You're entitled to your opinion, but don't expect me to sugarcoat the obvious." As if the band around her chest had suddenly sprung loose, she sucked in a breath. Before she could assimilate a coherent response, he went on, "Just so we understand each other, I don't take cases like this anymore." He shifted his attention back to the street. "But I'm here. I'll have a look and give you my assessment. Then I'm gone." His gaze fixed on hers once more, jolting her as surely as if he'd touched her. "Does that work for you?" Frustration beat against her sternum. For a few seconds she had to hold her tongue to prevent telling him to get the hell out of her car. But Richard had sent this guy, and if there was any chance whatsoever that he could help, she needed him. "That is acceptable." At least the messy part was out of the way.